But the problem is wanting to pick the first name of the child, I mean the legal name of the child, and impose it on the parents, especially on the mom, against her will. That one you are not going to succeed. Me personally, this is my honest, truthful opinion. You are not going to do it. Okay, yes, you cannot. If you feel like you have a name in your mind, in your spirit, in your heart that you need to give to this child, just have another child, adopt a child or something and name the child. But for my own child, I'm picking the first legal name for my child. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mabel, and here on my channel I create content around family, relationship, beauty, lifestyle, marriage. I vlog, I cook, I eat, and I just have fun basically. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for always tuning in, and if you're new on the channel, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel. I promise you're going to enjoy the journey with me on this channel. Okay, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys a story that I read on Facebook. Actually, I follow a lot of all these marriage, relationship, motherhood pages, and I came across this story that somebody posted, and I thought I'd share with you, share my honest opinion about it. That being said, let's dive right into the story. Okay, so I read this story on Facebook about, it was a story that a woman or a lady posted. She was pregnant. I guess I'll say was because a long time ago. Yeah, she was pregnant, and her mother-in-law wanted to pick the first legal name for the child. Okay, yes, you guys, let me say this first. Okay, there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with my parents or my parents-in-law picking a name for my child or my children. But I mean, you wanting to pick the name and impose it on me as the first name, the first legal name of my child, is what is wrong. Okay, yes, it is absolutely unacceptable, especially if the woman or the couple or the parent to be do not want that. Okay, I'm saying this because with this woman's story, her complaint was that her mother-in-law was insisting on naming their child, not just naming their child, but picking the first name for their child, and her husband saw nothing wrong with it. That's another problem. Okay, so two problems now. First, the mother-in-law wants to name the child, no problem, but insisting that that name will be the first legal official name of the child, it's a problem. The second problem is that the mother-in-law wants to name the child, you do not accept that, you do not want that, and your husband sees nothing wrong with that. I mean, most of the time I feel like men, husbands, are the ones that enable their parents or their moms or their family members to be disrespectful or so to their spouses. Okay, if your wife says no, if she doesn't want that, okay, I don't see any reason why you should go ahead and say it was okay for your mom to name the child. Really, you know, this girl, this woman, your wife, is the one who's pregnant. She probably knows what she wants to name her child. And, you know, if you yourself as a man don't have a name or you don't care, I mean, if your wife says, I do not want the name your mother is giving to our baby as the first legal official name, you should run with that and tell your mom, okay, you know what, my wife and I are going to name this child, and you can still name the child, just going to be another name, because traditionally now most of us, our parents, parents-in-law, you know, names the children aside the name that we the parents give to our children. I personally, I have my English name Mabel. I have my traditional Nigerian name Chinwe that my parents named me, and then I have names that my grandparents named me as well. I have a name from my grandpa, my dad's dad. He named me Wanyibeke, which I feel like that name has done more good for me than anything else. And then my grandma, my dad's mom, also named me Onyechi, which is gift of God. And then my mom's mom also named me an Akwaibom name. Okay, yes, so all these names I have, yeah, but my official names are the ones that my parents named me. And this is like typical of a Nigerian African family culture and all that, you know. So like I said, I don't see anything wrong with grandparents naming the child. But the problem is now you insisting that that name will be the first official name of the child, against the will and wish of the mother, the one who is actually carrying this child who's going through the pregnancy, this and that and that. Okay, and I think it's insensitive and unreasonable of the husband to approve the name of his mother and not listen to the opinion of his wife. Okay, that's where my problem is. Yeah, that being said, I also thought about it. I've talked about this thing with my husband before. When I saw this story, I've talked about it with him and I asked his opinion. Of course, he disagrees with that. And he also said that if the man was even wise and his mom, the mom would have even told the son about the name, and the son would have presented it to his wife as though that was the name he was giving to the child, not his mom. That would have been a smart thing that the mom and the son would have done, should have done, right? Yeah. But I mean, you telling your wife that, well, if my mom wants to name, I mean, you guys, sons, husbands, stop enabling your moms, your siblings, your family members, your village people to be disrespectful to your wife or to come and, I mean, I said there's nothing wrong with it, okay? But don't come and insist. Don't insist. I think that's where the problem is, okay? And you guys, are you allowed to let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section? Because I've talked about this with my friends, honestly. I've talked about it with my mom as well. And my mom thinks that I'm absolutely correct, okay? Because I'm saying my mom because I feel like if I say I've talked to my friends, they'll say, oh, our generation, we are the woke people. We are woke. I mean, was anybody sleeping before? But they say we're the woke generation, Gen Z, Gen T, Gen that. So we have these old things that we come up with that makes... So my friends and I, a couple of my friends and I have talked about this topic and they agree with me to a whole, to like, I mean, they agree with me. There's nothing wrong with it. And I talked to my mom about it too, and she also agrees with me. And she said that even when her and my dad were naming us, there was no time any of her parents in laws imposed any name on us, basically. And even if my dad would have never allowed that, and that's one thing I feel like that should be more important than anything I've said in this video about the man or the men or the husbands enabling their parents, their families, their village people when it comes to being involved in his marriage with his wife. Basically, it's the man that plays a big role, you know. So basically, yeah. My mom didn't think that was right. My mom said the mother-in-law could have just picked a name for the child as the other names, because that's how most of the time it works. You see one person have like 20 names. Some of them they don't even remember. I mean, my children have names from their grandparents, and trust me, sometimes we don't even remember the names, but I mean, they know. My parents know that these are the names that they have named my children. And I'm gonna say something else too with grandparents naming children, okay? Even if my parents are picking a name for my children, or my parents-in-laws are picking a name for my children, they have to tell me what the name is and what it means. Okay, there are some names that you want to name my children as my parents or my parents-in-law, I would say no to. If the meaning is not like, doesn't make sense to me, if it's not something I like, you know, if it's not Christ-like, and just I have this whole thing with naming my children and being intentional, really, okay? I mean, nobody can give my child a name that means endurance. I mean, in whatever language. That's one name that I really, really dislike, basically, because I feel like I want a name that when you name my child, it can follow them. Because I feel like the meaning of a name follows a child. My grandpa named me Wanyi Beke, and I feel like that name has followed me. Okay, Wanyi Beke, I don't know if he named me because he wanted me to live abroad, or he knew I was going to go abroad, or it was just prophesying me leaving Nigeria, or just someone who does things in a prim and proper way, because that's how I've grown. When I grow up, let me talk about my childhood, but I mean, I've always had like this prim and proper way of behavior and everything. So I feel like if my parents pick a name for my child and I find out the meaning and I don't like it, I'll politely tell them to please change the name. I don't like the meaning of the name or whatever. And I don't like situations to where people will say, I want to name my child after my great grandfather, you know, because what is the reason? Tell me, what did your great grandfather do? What's the meaning of their name? How was their life? Was it good? Was it easy? Was it stressful? Was it difficult? I look at all those patterns with naming baby children, really, before I agree or accept to a name that will be given to my child by either my parents or my parents-in-law. And even me personally, I don't just go and say I want to name my child after my great grandmother. What did she do? Who is she? I mean, people need to be thoughtful when it comes to naming their children. Okay, I just want to come here and share that story. I'm probably share my thoughts and what I think about that, especially, especially with the mother-in-law trying to impose the name and the husband, enabling his mom to do that. I think is wrong, is unfair to the woman who is carrying the pregnancy, who is sick. I don't say this is money sickness because I know I've been through it. It's not money sickness. It's morning sickness. It's afternoon sickness. It's night sickness. It's midday sickness and everything. Who has had experienced different things. Sometimes you have migraine for a whole week, and even pain medicine cannot cure that migraine. The back pain, the hip pain, the ligament stretch, the body change. You guys know things that people go through when they're pregnant, basically. So I just wanted to come here and make this video and share my thoughts, basically. Let me know in the comment section what you think. What are your thoughts, really? Is it right? Is the mother-in-law right? Is the husband right? Is the wife right? Who is right? Who is wrong? How should it be done? What do you think, basically? Or am I just a woke generation saying things from my woke side of my brain? Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Leave in the comment section your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, share, leave a comment, and I'll see you all. Bye.